Hey everybody, Judge Fudge here, and court is in session. We're going to be continuing our crusade to make Skyrim quest givers do their own damn quests. Last time we had the Dark Brotherhood do their own dirty work, and before that we went through the main quest line. Check those out, they're linked in the top corners of this video right meow. Today we're making those nerds at the Mage's College do their own homework. These quests are real hard, but magic is pretty overpowered in this game. Let's see how it goes. First up, we have Tolf Deer, who wants to play archaeologist in one of Skyrim's cozy zombie tombs. Discount Indiana Jones over here, am I right? He's also a top contender for Skyrim's top grandpa, so I have high hopes for him. Grandpa starts off strong, answering the frost blast with fire. The blue versus red streams look pretty sweet. He slowly burns down one of the Draugr, but he also backs himself into a corner, which is a really bad move, especially for a caster. Eventually, he seems to run out of mana and just gives up. He didn't have enough mana to burn down the two first Draugr in this place. What a truly pathetic display, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on, we have anorexic nerd Shrek over here who wants you to go retrieve his books or pornographic magazines or what have you from some evil nerds in a castle somewhere. Bookworm Shrek goes toe-to-toe with the first necromancer casting Frostbite versus Frostbite, though arguably using Frostbite is not a great sign because Frostbite fucking sucks. He's got a ward up and he takes out the evil nerd quite quickly and doesn't seem to be breaking a sweat. But he then goes up against a scary fire lady and tries to cool her sexiness down with his nerd anti-boner magic. He succeeds and nobody gets an erection in a 30-mile radius. What a buzzkill. But then another evil nerd comes out of nowhere and blasts his ass to bits with a fireball to the face. Face down in a puddle and dead as shit. What a soggy turd in a sewer. Next up, we have old Mirabel over here. Not so hot for this teacher, if I'm honest. Unless you have a thing for chronic resting bitch face and no evidence of sexuality whatsoever. Anyway, she wants you to go into a dwarven ruin. For you non-Skyrim nerds out there, as if there are any watching this channel at all, Dwarven Ruins are easily the hardest dungeons in the entire game. She casts Fireball, at the very least, which is a much better spell than both Tolf Deer and Mr. Shrek. Sadly, she gets her tits blown off by the very first robot spider. Jesus Christ, these mages are so sad. They're so shit and pathetic, in fact, that I'm going to level them up a bit, which is something I feel like I didn't need to do until quite a lot later in the main series quest giver video. Let's see if Big Dick Ark Mage Savos himself can take care of this place. If he can't do it, then there probably isn't a mage in the entirety of Skyrim that can. Since, you know, he's the Ark Mage and supposed to be the big boss. Savos starts off by summoning his own sexy fire lady, which is a move light years ahead of the other dum-dums so far. He then blasts his way through the first few dwarven spiders. Get him, nerd! Get him good! Beat the shit out of the robots with the power of your nerd brain! He then goes toe-to-toe with one of the deadliest pieces of garbage in this entire game. The Flying Charis Bastards. Fuck me, these things are deadly as shit. He blasts his way through this too. Damn, this is what I'm fucking talking about. Damn, this place is crazy because the next enemies is two Charises at the same time. He lets his fire hooker deep fry one of them so they could be sold on a street corner in Asia. The second he cooks up nice and crispy by himself. Did somebody call for an exterminator? Around the corner is an even tougher battle with two spiders and one of those rolling droids from the Star Wars movie that nobody likes. He summons his fire bitch, but the droids rush him into a corner and beat the ever-living shit out of him. He had a good run, but this gauntlet is just too much for even the boss mage himself. Even Arngeir got his butt licked by these dwarven assholes. Back to old Grandpa Tolf Deer, who really likes to light things ablaze, if you know what I'm saying. Because he likes to, like, smoke, you know? It's like a blazing, you know what I'm saying? He wants you to go kill the magic ghosts that show up in town for some very logical magic reason. I'm not sure what it is. Thankfully, he's got old Feralda to back him up. She really blasts these things back into oblivion with her lightning bolts. Damn, she's zapping these bitches like some bootleg female version of Thor. Get him, Feralda! Yeah! Meanwhile, Tolf Deer is like chilling and slowly defrosting these things with his slow trickle of fire. I mean, at his age, he's lucky he can get the stream of fire going at all. He's probably got a wizard prostate the size of a watermelon. Anyway, it doesn't take too long for them to clean up the streets from all the magic ghosts. Also, Shadowmere learned how to fly for some reason. I'm not sure what to make of that, but I guess good for him. I mean, who am I to judge if an evil shadow murder assassin charger wants to become a unicorn? I say more power to him. The penultimate quest is brought to you by the star of your sexy Skyrim professor, Wet Dreams, and she wants you to go into an ancient tomb and get a magic stick. That's very original. For those of you who know, the Labyrinthian is long and has a shit ton of enemies. The question isn't really if Mirabel will be able to beat it, but how quickly she shits the bed, and also how many of the wizard wimps it'll actually take to beat it. Let's fucking find out, shall we? She starts off by two-fisting fireballs and sniping the first troll from a safe distance. She's gonna need to burn it down before it gets close, because this thing will probably kill her in 1 or 2 hits at most. Damn, she actually takes it down pretty clean. Number 2, she summons a fire lady, which she definitely should have done back in the old robot spider dungeon, but I guess it's better late than never. Together they make quick work of the second troll. Then we have number 3. She's got a lot of distance on this one, which is a good thing, and her summon is still up. For some reason, she decides to run up closer, though, but luckily the troll is distracted. The troll then starts doing the YMCA in the middle of the fight and gets burned to a crisp. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, things are looking up. I thought for sure she would get smashed by those trolls. Next up, we've got this squad of skeletons. There's also an undead dragon who doesn't even bother to aggro, which is definitely for the best. But it doesn't matter. She gets gangbanged by the anorexia squad over here. That's what I fucking get for getting my hopes up. I fucking called it. So let's see how she does after we team her up with Grandpa Tolf Deer. This time, the undead dragon decides to pay attention, which isn't good news for our dynamic duo over here. But I'll be damned. They do put on a good show by burning down skellies left and right. They actually managed to clear out the skeletons without the dragon killing them. But then something delightfully glitchy and trademark Bethesda happens. Professor Sexypants summons her Fire Lady, but then takes a frost breath right to the face. Then it looks like she initiates the dragon execution phase by jumping up on the air, but holy shit! Instead of killing it, it seems she strikes a pose for her OnlyFans account. Like, is she alive or dead at this point in time? I mean, I don't know. Jesus, I mean, I'm completely speechless. I don't know what to make of this. I genuinely thought the dragon was dead, but then out of nowhere he starts breakdancing. Whoa, look at him go! Then he takes a big bite out of Tolf Deer, and it looks like they somehow pulled defeat from the jaws of victory. Looks like we didn't turn up the volume high enough, so let's blast some eardrums until they bleed. This time we have Mirabel, Tolf Deer, and Mr. Big Dick Ark Mage. Together they blast the shit out of the dragon and make quick work of the anorexia squad. They don't even break a sweat. I'm not sure what's up with this dragon, but it seems like it just goes to sleep and wakes back up instead of dying. They burn it down quickly again, but it looks like it can't be killed unless the player damages it. But overall, that's a win in my book for the Ark Mage Death Squad. The Death Squad then bursts into the final room like the Expendables and quickly overwhelms the weird blue Draugr ghosts. A very weird enemy. Why is there a ghost of something that's already dead? A ghost of a zombie? That doesn't even make any sense. He's double dead? Anyway, they then start blasting at the Super Saiyan Dragon Priest, who shoots them with its green lightning Kamehameha Death Ray. Since every mage summons its own Fire Lady, it seems there are just too many targets for the Dragon Priest to focus on, and he just gets whittled down fireball by firewall. But this battle takes a really long time, to be honest. It seems like he's got a lot of health, but he doesn't do much damage to the attackers. Eventually, it doesn't have anything left, and the Death Squad is victorious! Our very last quest is to kill the elf guy who hijacked a giant magical god testicle. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be an eye, but I mean, you tell me if that looks more like an eye or a testicle. I do need to get involved by using the staff on the testicle, or Elf Boy will remain invincible, staring at it for all eternity. Oh, and Tolf Deer died in 2 fire blasts. Skyrim Dumbledore, this guy is not. The Mage Death Squad make quick work of him, though, especially since apparently the creepy bald guy with the dead eyes, who doesn't play any real role in the main quest, joins and he fucking slaps him with an ice storm. God damn, where have you been all my life? What a disappointment these guys were, am I right? I count only 1 successful quest, with all of the rest failed. I really thought the mages were the strongest contenders among the quest givers, just because how much damage magic can do in this game. But tune in next time when we're gonna see if the Thieves Guild can do a better job. I'm Judge Fudge, and court is adjourned.